every visionary will tell you that you cannot do it on your own. You can't build your vision on your own. Of course, there's a season where you start out, you're building, you're the one in charge, you're managing most of everything you're doing, managing most of the activities, operations, strategizing, monitoring a lot of things. But there's a phase you get to, or you have to get to a point where you start bringing people in. You can't do much more. I learned something from one of my teachers, and she said that if you do not grow to a point where you are able to put people in charge of some things, or delegate responsibilities, delegate authority, just get people to manage most of the operations and step back a bit. She said you won't be able to step into other things or other aspects or other expressions of your purpose. And that's true of your vision. That's true. You won't be able to step into other expressions of it, because the more you are able to build and then put people in place, get things running without you being involved. As a matter of fact, you should get to a point where your involvement, you should even be able to take more time to rest, to strategize, to see better, see farther, and see clearer, so that you're able to discern where and how you're going to lead your people to that destination that God has in mind for you. But if you don't have enough time to do that, if you are being burdened and overwhelmed because of the weight of doing everything, you won't go too far. Now, some people are having issues with getting people to bringing people in their teams or whatever it is they're building because of trust. I know that when you're dealing with people, so many things can come up. Some people say humans are not predictable, but the truth is you can actually meet, or for instance, I have met very amazing people who are willing, committed to partnering with my vision. And I think it also applies to everyone. You can meet people who will be committed, who will be willing, who would actually give their all to that vision you're building, as long as they understand the vision and they understand how they find fulfillment and satisfaction in it as well. Of course, you might need to pour so much in them. They might actually not look like what you expect when they come at first, but there's that pouring into them, there's that building, there's that investing, there's just trying to even raise them. First of all, not even just raising them because of your vision, but just raising them because you want to unleash the greatness that is inside of them. People should actually grow under you and progress in the direction of their own vision. They should even feel like they are progressing, they're making progress in terms of, when they consider their own, what they want to do with their lives, their destination and all. But what I'm trying to say is no visionary will tell you that they've built anything, particularly if you are considering legacy, you want to build something that would serve many generations. You can't do it on your own. So I would say that if you're at the point where you've been working on your vision for so long, maybe you've been doing it on your own, whether it's your business or ministry, whatever it is that you are running, and you have not considered bringing people on board, or just even maybe laboring in prayer that those who will bear the burden with you will come, you have to start taking that seriously. That expression that you're working on might not be the only thing that ought to come out of you. So why don't you start working on, enlarge your tent, right? Start working on it. And the funny thing is, there are actually people around you already, or people who come to you, whether they are proteges or people you are mentoring, that are willing and committed to even partnering with you in your vision. I think it's time for you to think about it. What do you think?